What is going on, all you little oddballs? It is your boy Core Boy back at it again today with a new video. And yeah, we're over here on Black Ops 7. We have a lot to talk about today. I was not expecting some of the things that came out yesterday, but we do have quite a bit to talk about. And I just want to get to it kind of directly. I'm pretty sure people have probably already seen it if you're involved in the gaming world or anything, yeah, especially like COD or you're a sniper or a clip hitter, trick shot or whatever it may be. You've definitely probably seen all the stuff going on with FaZe Clan as of recently. Now, I'll be completely honest with y'all. Um, I think FaZe has lost its identity like completely over the last like 6, 7, maybe even 10 years at this point. Um, but man, it is so unfortunate to see where that team is now and like what they have become versus what FaZe used to be. And I cannot help but get like a little bit upset about it because I mean, I feel like if you're around my age, right? If you are in the age range between like 22 to 26 maybe, I feel like a lot of us if you're a gamer and you grew up playing COD and watching COD and everything like that, like we are all in some way we were influenced by FaZe. Like FaZe was such a integral part of like what I grew up watching on YouTube back in the day because it was so unique. It was different. It wasn't like this hardcore competitive thing. It was people hitting cool like sniper clips, hitting trick shots, etc. And it was just such a unique thing that like truly I don't think will ever be recreated again. And I feel like a lot of people under like mind that side of FaZe in a lot of ways of like how truly influential that era was. The golden era of FaZe Clan. The era where we seen people putting out montages. We had things like ill cams. We had things like the Versus series where it'd be like the clan versus clan, like members of FaZe teaming up with each other to make the best montages, to hit the best clips, and then put out this like 15 to 20-minute long montage of everything everybody's hit to really show the capabilities of a team. And I look at where FaZe is now as a team, and I'm like, what in the world has this become? Like, this is not the team that I grew up watching. The team that like truly like I fell in love with watching. Like, it was such a crazy decline from this team from the New York house to when they moved to LA, etc. Like it's kind of insane to me that like this team had lightning in a bottle and they decided to go this like weird lifestyle route. And personally, I do think that's why, like, for example, because back in the day, it was always you were either an optic kid, which meant like you sweated your ass off in games, you were trying to be the best that you could be and like outplay everybody, learn the maps, learn how to use every like all the red guns and stuff like that. And then you had like FaZe kids who were running around with snipers, trying to hit trick shots, running six mans in SND, trying to hit clips, etc. And like I remember an era I just talking about during like BO2 was like if you got into a lobby with a member of FaZe, which like I think we all probably have at some point if you were in at that point and playing FFA and such, like your whole goal was like I gotta try to hit a clip or I gotta try to hit a shot because maybe I'll get a friend request or maybe I'll get fucking noticed in some form or fashion. Mind you, I was like a really fucking young kid. I didn't have a way to make content. I didn't have a way to do any of that. I just like really like the whole thing that like made me and all my friends in a lot of ways were like watching FaZe montages though. We all grew up watching ill cams, we watch adapts montages, Pomage, Apex, Rain, like especially like Apex's series, Road to a Kill Cam or Road to a Jerk Shot, whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head. But like that stuff was so integral to like me and my group of friends. And like we all started trick shotting and all started sniping because we were like, this is the coolest thing ever. We have to do it. Like there's no other way for us to do anything. We have to be trick shotters because our only goal, even though it was probably never ever going to happen, was we got to get in FaZe. Like we have to. This is the coolest team in the world. Like everybody fucking knew FaZe if you were a gamer. And it felt like when they first moved into like the New York house and everything, like that was like truly the golden era. Like you had all these creators coming together that were making, really like fun vlogs, but also still maintaining the COD side of things and doing like trick shots and like clip videos and stuff like that. And then there was like the real downfall of FaZe, which is like when they moved to like LA and everything, and it felt like the team just kind of lost their luster, I guess is the best way to put it. Like it felt like the team that we all watched was no longer the team that we all watched and loved as, as young individuals playing this game series. And seeing what happened yesterday with like Adapt leaving, for example, is like been one of the most like unfortunate things ever, and it really does seem like the beginning of the end for this org that we have all like grew up watching and kind of like I mean I'll be honest, like it was a big reason why I wanted to be a creator back in the day was I was like watching these montages and everything, and I was like, this is so cool, like nothing was like it, like it was just so interesting because you had like all the big names. Like you had Apex, you had Rain, you had Adapt, you had Rug, Blaziken, Carl, Jev, etc. Side note, shout out to Carl because back in like 2016 he followed me on my old Twitter before it got banned, and I quite literally rode that high forever because I had a member of my favorite team following me, and I thought that was just one of the coolest things ever. And then of course like on the optic side you had like Scump and Nadeshot and such, and the difference like between those two teams is that it felt like one didn't lose like sight of what made the team special. Like Optic was a gaming organization and they never really lost sight of that, of like, yeah, this is our thing. This is our niche and this is our community. We know what our community is built around. And I think that is really what separated. It felt like FaZe lost sight of what made people love the org. And as they started getting these like big name creators, these personality streamers, etc., it really did feel like they just kind of like lost their luster and what made them unique and like what made people want to go out of their way to watch FaZe content. Like I didn't want to watch a fucking streamer, do some weird goofy shit in public. I wanted to watch people hit fucking cool ass clips and trick shots. I thought that was cool. Like that's what I liked. Like I'm a fucking nerd, dog. Like it's pretty simple, and I feel like it's how most people feel. Is like if you go through and look at FaZe, like yeah, you're gonna have these like weird individuals that don't know the history of FaZe, but then like the core audience, the people who have been there since the beginning, you will see the same things of get back to what made you loved, like get back to what made this team special. Go back to hitting trick shots. Go back to playing games and shit. Like that's what people wanted to watch, and it still is. And I feel like there's proof in that too, because when like for example when Rain started like streaming like BO2 and shit hitting trick shots, or when Apex started his little secret gaming channel thing where he was making video like old school cut comms and stuff like that, hitting trick shots, going for clips, etc., like BO2's population would skyrocket because people wanted to go through and play with these people, like have the chance of running into a lobby with one of your favorite gaming content creators, with one of your favorite members of that team. And man, I see what's happening, and I'm like, man, this team really did lose lightning in a fucking bottle with what they had. They appealed to such a unique group of individuals, and now trick shotting is fucking people that like to spin on ground for 30 seconds before they jump and hit anything, and it's bad. And then they get mad at you whenever you say like, bro, why the fuck are you spinning on the ground? That's not how we did this. And you're like, this is the new tech. This is the new way. It looks cooler. No, it doesn't. It looks fucking stupid. It looks dumb as shit. Like, just shut up. You're just objectively incorrect. And I don't know, man. It's really fucking it's just weird. That team is like a specimen of what to never do. And I think that's what people like genuinely like. It's weird. Like FaZe was definitely a meme back in the day. Like people like people who were like the sweaty players and stuff like that would be like, this shit's stupid. Why the fuck are you spinning in circles with a sniper rifle? But like truly it was like a special thing, and like no one really wanted FaZe to change. It was just like this rivalry between the people who were really, really good at the game and the people who just wanted to hit something that looked cool in a kill cam. And I thought that was the dopest thing ever. I mean, shit. That's what attracted me, was like, this looks really, really cool in a kill cam, and I want it to look cool. I want to hit something and all my buddies be like, holy shit, bro, like, what the fuck was that? Like, yeah, that looked dope, didn't it? You want me to do it again? Like, it was shit like that. It was just those, like, small things of, like, dopamine that you would get from your buddies, and it was such a, like I said, it was just a unique thing. It was, like, no other team could compare to that. Especially, like, teams now, like, because we do still have like Soar and such, and I think Red made a comeback if I'm not mistaken, like the Red Reserve did, which was a subset of FaZe. Because basically the way Red worked back in the day was like, if you joined Red at one point or another, you were gonna join FaZe, and I'm pretty sure it's back like to some degree, but not like it used to be. Like now we see like even the last like real like snipers of FaZe are leaving, i.e. Scope. Like Scope, I'm pretty sure, is leaving. He made like a pretty weird tweet. We don't know like what's happening with Jev, for example, who is possibly the most universally loved member of FaZe. Like, I don't think I've met a single person, even if you're not a COD guy, who hates Jev just because he is such an entertaining content creator, and I say a lot of that has to do with his like personality, how personable he is as a creator. People cannot help but love him because he is such a he's so good at just what he does. And I think most people know that like he's definitely probably like the biggest inspiration for me as a creator is just to be you. Like you don't have to put on a character. You don't have to be someone you're not. Just be you. And like I've always kind of like looked up to that of being like, you're right. Like this dude could go literally do anything that he wants and probably succeed, but instead he's like, no, I'm just a nerd that likes to play games and talk about shit. And that's part of the reason why like I do the content I do. Is like that shit inspired me. It was like, oh yeah, like that's like I'm not some go outside and like go to parties and shit and make these big connections and shit. Like I'm just a fucking nerd. That's about as easy as I can state it. And it was just a special time. And it's really unfortunate to see where they are, and like where that team has went in recent years because it just like I said, it feels like a shell of its former self, and that is like one of the most upsetting things about it. Especially as someone who like grew up in that era, watching those videos and such. Like it was just it's a piece of time that will never be recreated. And I think a lot of people need to realize that like that's the most unfortunate thing about it is like we will never have something like that again. Probably. I say probably because there definitely is like a chance another team could take off like that. Like Soar I think has been doing really well, and that's a good thing to see. Um, but I don't know. It's just weird, man. It feels like it feels like there's a void missing in COD without having like FaZe there to be the faces of like sniping and such. Like it's really weird, man. It's really unfortunate. It's just odd. It doesn't feel as special as it used to, and yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just weird. I think that's the only way I can state it is yeah, it's just kind of odd. But other than that, if y'all don't know, there is double XP for the next week on BO7, so we are on the road to level 200. We are at 193. I'm on to Doom still now for the zombies grind. So if you were in stream last night, you probably seen me get the last 2 weapons I needed to get done to get to Doom still. And yeah, that is for sure going to be an experience of all time. Not a fun one probably, but it is going to be an experience of all time. And I don't know if I'm excited or not about it. I'm just gonna be real about it. I genuinely don't know if I'm gonna be excited or not. Is this what the fuck is this lobby? Like what has been going on the entire time I've been recording? I'm getting some. Am I just running into like 6 stacks or something? Because these dudes are like playing really well on top of each other, and it's kind of weird. It's like I get the most brain dead teammates in the fucking world. Like what is? Yeah, yeah, that seems about right. But yeah, double XP's on. I'm almost done with the zombies camo grind. I'm probably gonna work on it a little bit tonight once we start stream because stream is gonna be happening later tonight because tonight I work a pretty like late night shift. But then I gotta open the next day, so stream's probably gonna be kind of short today. We did stream for like I think 8 hours yesterday, and then of course we'll be live today, which will be tonight. And then we'll be live tomorrow and Sunday per usual. You all know how we do it here. We do the thing. We're going for level 1000. We're gonna be grinding. But other than that, I think that's really where I'm going to end the video. I love you all, and I will catch you later.